When it comes to politicians here in Canada, there is a list. And I'm not talking about the treason list, although that one we're going to find out quite soon vis-a-vis. I think there's going to be a leak of some sorts, but I'm talking about a different list. I'm talking about the most hated, not even politicians, just Canadians. Justin Trudeau at the very top of that list. Next up, there's many arguments between, is it Freeland, is it Jagmeet? Personally, I think it's Freeland. I feel like she's done an ample job of gaslighting Canadians, of gouging Canadians. She's also written this budget or participated in the writing of the recent budget, which is absolutely obliterating Canadians' bank accounts. And that's what we're going to be taking a look at today. Pierre poilievre stacks up against Chrystia Freeland and just debunks every single claim that she has. Things get pretty heated. Some may even say Freeland throws a bit of a tantrum because she's not getting her way. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Before we get into it, I want to encourage you guys to smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It does really help grow the channel. And once you are subscribed, there's a tiny little bell that shows up. If you can just do me a favor and click and tap that, it adds a layer of insurance so you can actually be notified of upcoming videos. And without further ado, here is the clip.
The Bloc is now condemning the same tax increase that they just voted in favor of. Mr. Speaker,
you can't make this shit up.
It seems that they are changing their position.
That welders won't have to pay this tax. Only the 0.13% wealthiest. Well, all the economists contradict that. The fact that she has 300,000 businesses that she admits will be taxed and all of their owners will be taxed contradicts that as well. So there's one way we could solve this controversy. Will she commit to put in law that no one in the bottom 99.87% will pay any new taxes?
Hey, there you go. Pierre thinking of all the loopholes.
The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker.
To go, the leader of the opposition
I'll make myself laugh.
Demonstrated his financial illiteracy. He does not understand
That Canada has a AAA credit rating?
rate works. But I want to offer him an opportunity to continue his economic education. Yesterday, the IMF published a report on the Canadian economy. The IMF commented on our capital gains move and said it makes the system more fair, and also said it will have no impact on investment or productivity. That's the IMF, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Leader.
Sometimes I'm wrong.
Mr. Speaker, I think we should just let's put aside the disagreement and even the debate on this, and let's come to a resolution here that will bring a lot of calm to the millions of Canadians who are worried about their taxes going up. The minister claims that only the 0.13% wealthiest Canadians will pay. So why not just enshrine that in law? Will she commit today to pass an amendment to her tax bill stating that no one whose income is in the bottom 99.87% will pay any new taxes at all?
Here, here.
There you go, Mr. Speaker. Now she's going to say AAA credit rating.
The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I want to quote some interesting words that were stated in this House of Commons. Quote, the monstrous increases in capital gains are making the rich vastly richer and creating a kind of aristocratic feudal economy. Do you know who said that, Mr. Speaker? The member for Carleton. We agree the current system is unfair. We are pushing against it. What made the member, after 8 weeks of dithering, change his mind?
Uh-oh.
Leader of the Official Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, we're simply asking the minister to put her words into law, okay? So she's claimed that no one who earns less than the top 0.13% of income in the country will be affected. So once again, will she amend her bill to say that no one who is in the bottom 99.87% of income earners will pay any new tax increase whatsoever? Yes or no?
Put it in writing.
The Honorable Deputy Prime Minister.
Let's go.
Mr.
Speaker.
Let's review what we've learned so far in question period today. First, the leader of the official opposition doesn't even understand how the capital gains inclusion rate works.
Yes, that's right.
That's a problem. Second, the leader of the official opposition disavows his own words in this House about capital gains. But probably the most important thing is that the average income in Carleton is $58,400. Their MP is not on the side of working people earning that wage in his own.
That's bottom line.
That is shameful.
He literally is. He's saying, put it in writing that you're not going to tax people who make that money.
Quoting right now from her own budget speech, where she said, for 99.87% of Canadians, there will be no extra capital gains tax. Okay, she put it in the word in her speech. So why won't she put it in the law?
Here, here.
The Honorable Government House Leader.
Oh! That question was directed towards Freeland, not you.
Order.
You catfish-looking motherfucker.
Alors.
Order.
L'Honorable Leader.
The Honourable Government House Leader.
For about 20 years, this leader has been skulking around this place without really much contact with the outside world. In the 9 years that they've been over there, they voted against a child benefit, a dental plan, a prescription drug plan, a child care plan. Every time Canadians look to that person to stand up for their interests, for fairness in Canada, that guy takes a seat, Mr. Speaker.
The Honorable Leader of the Official Opposition.
Yes or no?
I see they've pulled the finance minister off the ice and answer a question. So she mentioned she won't guarantee in law that the bottom 99.87% of Canadians will pay nothing. So let's make it a little bit easier for her. She claimed that she doesn't want welders to have to pay more. Will she amend her bill to ensure that not a single welder anywhere in Canada will be forced to pay this tax increase? Yes or no?
Man, Pierre's thought of it all.
Honourable Minister.
Oh, the little chihuahua? Wow, they're just bringing everybody up against Pierre.
The more I stand here, the longer question period takes. Yeah,
The Honourable Minister Vince.
Chihuahua's up.
We won't take no less from these conservatives, Mr. Speaker.
That's his only talking point.
Generational fairness is key to Canadians, Mr. Speaker, and that's why in the last budget we presented measures, Mr. Speaker, measures to build this country, measures to invest in our economy, measures to invest in the middle class, measures to help Canadians, Mr. Speakers. And you know what? Our capital gains change will help Canadians. Mr. Speaker, on this side of the House, can you believe they voted against tax fairness, Mr. Speaker? Against tax fairness, Mr. Speaker. On this side of the House, we will fight for Canadians and we will fight for the middle class.
Half of them stand up. They're so uncoordinated.
Opposition.
Are they okay over there?
They're a little wacky.
I won't call them wacko, Mr. Speaker. That's unparliamentary. But a very simple question. And this is for the finance minister if she's not still in hiding. Very simple question. She said she doesn't want welders to have to pay more. Will she put an amendment in her tax bill saying that not one single welder will face a tax increase?
There you go.
Hey, quiet down. The Honorable Government House Leader.
Speaker, in any given year, 0.13% of Canadians will pay a modest increase in their taxable gains. But I hear the leader across who has never seen a support for a single Canadian that he is prepared to vote for, talking about sidelining people. He sidelines that entire caucus in every single question period we
What are you talking about? It's caucus leader day, dumbass.
People over there.
What a moron! It's caucus leader day. That's why Pierre's talking.
Order.
Oh.
Order. Alors, s'il vous plaît.
Order, please. Order.
Thank you for not muting the mic. God bless you.
Fini, là?
Are we done? Are you done? Not done? All right. The Honourable Member for St.
Oh man, this shit is funny today.
Mr. Speaker, La Presse described this morning the fiasco that is the CARM application by the Border Services Agency. CARM is like Arrive Can.
Jesus, this guy fell out of the 1920s. Look at that.
$300 million and counting. Just like with Arrive Can, the CBSA is also behind its development. Just like with Arrive Can, the Coradix firm, now suspended from public tenders, had a small contract in this. In short, a new app, same fiasco, same people in charge, same government. What is the minister doing to get the agency back in order? It's the Wild West there. The Honourable Minister of Public Safety. Mr. Speaker, we understand very well the concern of exporters and other Canadian businesses that deal with the Border Services Agency. That is why we have delayed an aspect of the implementation of the application. I'm fully aware of the concerns, and I will ensure the Border Services Agency proceeds in the right way. The Honourable Member for Saint-Hyacinthe-Bagotte. The CARM application is like Arrive Can, a money pit. What's more, it's like Phoenix. It doesn't work. It's a total disaster. It's serious because it's supposed to collect customs duties at the Canada-US border. $3.5 billion flow across the border every day. Imagine the mess if the application doesn't work. That's why, back in March, the International Trade Committee was already asking the agency for documents, including their contingency plans. It's now June, and we've received nothing. Will the minister force the agency to provide the documents so that we can correct this fiasco? The Honourable Minister of Public Safety. Mr. Speaker, of course, I will ensure the agency provides the committee with all of the appropriate documents, the documents requested. I've also had a number of discussions with the Border Services Agency in order to ensure the scenario our colleague is talking about doesn't happen, and I will continue to do this work myself with the Border Services Agency. The Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
Here we go.
Mr. Speaker, I know that the Liberals are demanding I stop asking questions. I can understand why, because the Finance Minister's gone into hiding and stopped answering them. Now, she's claimed that no one except the rich is 0.13% will pay any new tax. But the greatest university economist in Canada, Jack Mintz, has reported that 1.25 million will pay. But let's not dispute who's right or wrong. Will the minister accept an amendment to her bill to ensure that not a single plumber will have to pay any extra taxes under this proposal?
The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Finance.
We can see how nervous and how anxious the Conservatives
Oh my God.
They spent 8 weeks terrified of saying anything about capital gains. And today, the Conservative leader is so anxious, he doesn't trust a single member of his caucus to say a word. But you know, Mr. Speaker, I have sympathy for them because they have shown how phony they are. They have had a chance to be on the side of working people, on the side of fairness. They've shown whose side they're really on.
The Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
Will the Finance Minister exempt all carpenters from her tax increase? Yes or no?
The
There you go.
Minister of Finance, Deputy Prime.
He's just going to make a fool of her now.
Mr. Speaker, we presented every single member of this House with a very clear and actually really easy choice. Do you think someone who makes their salary, like that person in Carleton, whose only income is their wage, who's making 58 grand a year, do you think they should pay tax at a higher marginal rate than someone earning capital gains of more than $250,000 a year? It's not complicated, but it's complicated for them.
The Honourable Leader
she's
of the
rotten.
Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, there are a lot of restaurant owners who will pay this tax increase on their very first dollar of investment gains that inside a company. That is a fact. So will who earn $58,000 a year? So simple question. If what I'm saying is wrong, there's a very simple solution. Will the minister commit to amending her bill to say that any retiring restaurant owner who's been earning $58,000 a year will be fully exempt from any of these tax increases?
The Honourable Minister of Finance and Deputy Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, there was once a Conservative Prime Minister. His name was John Diefenbaker. He was from the prairies like me and like the Conservative leader. He set up a Royal Commission on Tax. And Ken Carter, who led that commission, said memorably, a buck is a buck is a buck. He thought that all your income, whether it's a capital gain or you make it through hard work, should be taxed. But these Conservatives have shown their true colors. They are just not on the side of working people, and they're embarrassed.
The Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
John Diefenbaker is from Saskatchewan, where there are lots of farmers. So the member won't commit
Turning it around on her again.
law to exempt carpenters or plumbers or retiring modest income independent restaurant owners. So, very simple question. Given that we're in a food price crisis, will the finance minister amend her proposal to say that no farmer will pay higher taxes under this plan?
The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, the Conservative leader is squirming. The Conservative leader is nervous. And I know why he's nervous, Mr. Speaker, because we presented him yesterday with a very clear choice. You could be on the side of someone who sweats every day, who earns all their money through their paycheck, or you can say someone who is earning in every single year more than $250,000 in capital gains. We know whose side we're on. Now we know whose side they're on too.
The Honourable
That is where we're going to end today's video. I would love to know what you guys think down below in the comments. And on your way out, I would like to encourage you guys to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. It does really help grow the channel. And I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.